Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Red, White, and Bills. This is the pregame show for the Bills versus Houston Texans, and I know this is a game a lot of people were looking forward to because we get to play Stephon Diggs again, and people are saying, is it a revenge game for the Buffalo Bills? Is it a revenge game for Stephon Diggs? And at the end of the day, it's going to be two great teams that are 3-1 fighting for AFC supremacy, trying to keep up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Bills are going to a hostile environment. It's in a dome, so it's pretty cool. So no weather is going to be affecting it. I think it's retractable, the dome, so they might leave the roof off. Don't know, but if there is weather, they're going to close it, obviously. So no worries there. But yeah, we love Stephon Diggs, of course. But at the end, and so Jerry Hughes is playing over there too. So that'll be a cool guy to see again. But at the end of the day, we love Stephon Diggs. He wanted to leave, and we granted him his wish of leaving because we didn't have to get rid of him. We could have kept him, and if he was unhappy, okay, then you don't play then. So it's just annoying to hear the narrative that it's a revenge game for Diggs because we let him go. Well, he wanted to. Right? Nobody in Buffalo said they wanted him to leave. He chose to, and seems to be working out for both parties. And I always root for him, except for when we play him. But you know how we do it over here. We get in the keys to win, getting some key players. Obviously, I'm not a guy that picks, we're going to win every game. So I just tell you how I think we can win it. And then like the video if you're new, or subscribe to the channel if you're new, and like the video when you come on in. Helps out the channel a lot. So the first key is to get ahead and stay ahead. So that was part of the problem with Baltimore. We got the first possession. We were moving the ball down the field. Then you get a drop on third down. Then you punt. The home team gets the ball, scores immediately. Now you're playing down in a hostile environment. Obviously, it's the first drive of the game. If you're down 7-0, you can always make it 7-7. But if you are the first one to throw a punch and then you get 3 and outs and you keep scoring, then you're the one applying the pressure, and they're the home team. You quiet the home crowd. And again, this is a great team that can score. They've been kind of disappointing as an offense so far as to what people were going to expect. But if you can get ahead and then you can apply that pressure, I think it could work out good for us. And secondly, we got to be effective on first down. We had a lot of trouble this past week on really every down, it seemed like. But if we're effective on first down, whether we run or pass, it just makes everything flow better for our offense specifically. Because if you're in 3rd and short, 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, you can almost guarantee that we're going to get a first down. But if you start 2nd and 10, 2nd and 12, then you're an obvious passing down, and we're out Khalil Shakir. So, our technical number one receiver is not going to be playing. So you don't want to really start in those disadvantages on 2nd down. Obviously, this is easy to say about any quarterback, but get to CJ Stroud. Not many quarterbacks are great under pressure, but if you can keep him off a rhythm, and so he doesn't have all day in the pocket, so he can find Nico Collins, Stephon Diggs, and Tank Dell, and he has to go on the run and make plays. I like our defense in that situation because we practice against that scramble drill all the time with Josh Allen. So I think that'd be really good for our defense. And we got to take advantage of their interior offensive line. Now, they do have Laramie Tunsil at left tackle, who's been one of the best left tackles in the league. However, so far this year, he's been one of the most penalized players in the league with, I think, 6, maybe 12. It was 6. I forgot where I heard it. Some Texans guy said 6 to 12, one of those in that range of penalties. And it's not good. So even though he's a great player, if you can, force him into a penalty and it kills the drive and drives them back a little bit, that'll be good. But as far as their interior goes, that's their weak link. And obviously we're missing Ed Oliver and Austin Johnson, our starter and a backup defensive tackle. But you still got to get that push up front. And then if our defensive ends can do their job, then it'll give CJ some hard times. But again, he's a great quarterback, so I'm sure he'll still make some plays. Now we get into key players. I mentioned Khalil Shakir is not going to be playing this game, which is a big hit to us. He's our leading receiver, yards and catches wise. But we've been waiting, Bills Mafia. We always heard, oh, Curtis Samuel was going to be this crazy good weapon for our offense. He's been his best year with Joe Brady, so you expect that. And I was like, I don't know, it's a different team, and he hasn't really done much. But now Khalil Shakir's out. So that gives a perfect opportunity for a guy like Curtis Samuel, who they're kind of the same type of player, to actually get in there and make some plays and see what happens. Secondly, Christian Benford. Obviously, the Texans they have a great offensive coordinator. They're going to be smart enough to try to move their players around and get in good situations for them. So they're not just going to put Nico Collins on Christian Benford the entire game. They're going to move him around because we don't travel our corners. We play typically in a zone and keep them where they are. But when he is one-on-one, and if he's not on Benford, Collins, he's going to be on Tank Dell or Stephon Diggs. So really has to have a good day against any of these receivers that he goes up against because it only helps us win, have a better chance of winning. And then James Cook, obviously, again, Khalil Shakir's out, so you need other weapons to step up a little bit. James Cook hasn't done bad, but his production seems little because, again, the Ravens game, we didn't really get an opportunity. And when I was doing the O-line film, which will be out shortly, in the beginning, Cook was getting like 5 yards a clip, and then we just had to go away from it. So he needs another big day. And then obviously we know Von Miller is suspended for 4 games for something that occurred last year. Again, I don't really need to speak about that because I don't agree with the suspension, but I also don't agree with what he did. So I think he did deserve to be in some trouble, but it shouldn't have took over a year later to now inflict punishment. It should have already been happened. But with him being gone and then Ed Oliver being gone, you need another huge game from someone else in the defensive line. And Groot had a fantastic week 1, and he's been decent the rest of the year. But like I was worried about preseason, is he going to be a consistent threat all around? And unfortunately, he hasn't yet. But if he can come out there and do a great job and then take some pressure